Welcome to the Stress Outlet. My name is Dr. Kimberly Quinn. I'm here with little Giovanni, walking around the cool Bear Paw Pond area with these Joe Pye weeds. They're way high. It's way taller than our other spot. They're like 10 feet tall. Must be a difference of sunlight or who knows what. I'm not an expert on that. Anyway, so we've been talking about, doing what we can, making micro choices to nip it in the bud and avoid pessimistic thinking. Very important. But we don't say, oh, I'm not going to think about that, it's all negative. Because if we focus on what we're not going to do and dig our heels in with that, it actually attracts more. So rather than saying, oh, I'm not, there goes a pessimistic thought, I've said I wasn't going to do that, it's rather than all that hype and drama in your head, in your own head, say, okay, there went a negative thought. We call that human. I'm not going to beat myself up. What I'm going to do is shift into positive thinking at this minute. I'm going to find one positive thought, one gratitude thought, and I'm going to go with that. And that's how it works. And here's the thing. When we are grateful, this is a fact, because the brain can only do one thing at a time. That whole thing about multitasking is a big fat myth. The brain can do exactly one thing at a time, and what looks like we're doing more than one thing at a time is just a very quick shift in attention, even if it's nanoseconds. So when we're thinking a grateful thought, there's no room for an anxious thought or an angry thought or any kind of other thought. So optimism is very much a daily conscious choice. And then here's the good news, though. Just like with anything else that we practice, we inevitably not only get better at it, but it also gets easier. Think about the guitar thing. I've used that example a lot. If you've ever tried it, I did try it, and it lasted not that long. I'm not really musical, as they say. I love music, though. So when we start to play guitar, you build up calluses. It's hard and new and different. You're playing, little like row, row, row the boat songs and things like that. And then after a while, if you do stick with it, I stuck with it enough to get rid of the calluses, though, actually. When we stay with it, just like with optimism, the choice of optimism, it eventually gets easier. So just like with a guitar, eventually you're playing more than row, row, row the boat. The calluses go away because you've kept at it. It's all gotten easier, not easy, but easier. Before long, you're playing Margaritaville. Well, that's the same thing with choosing to live the optimistic lifestyle. You make these, small choices, just like a lunchtime choice. And you had somebody started with the negative train, and you sat there silently. You don't have to be that preachy type saying, oh, well, I learned, and nobody likes people like that. You can just be very subtle and steer somebody the other direction subtly. Oh, well, you know what? I found this. I saw it this way. Okay. Or if it's a tougher situation, you can always stay silent and smile. Silent is better than jumping in on the